Hello, Gaurav. So we are doing this CSAT masterclass on 22nd of December, 6 p.m. Friday, right? What
Yes.
are the things that you have planned to cover to help a student who are struggling in CSAT and have no idea how to prepare for CSAT exam, right? What are you planning to cover in your masterclass? If you can just tell me a bit about it.
Thank you, Prayas, for giving this opportunity. Let me first give my introduction. I have done MBA from MDI Gurgaon, and if we talk about my journey, so academically, I have not been that good. For example, to give you a reference, in class 12 mathematics, I had only 44 marks in maths, and that was even CBSE board. People might argue that Bihar board is quite hard. So this is CBSE board. But after doing my BTech, I became serious in my life. I started looking at things, what I can do, what are my aspirations. So after that, I started working hard. And in CAT, I have scored 99.87 percentile in CAT. And that also same score in quantitative aptitude session and as well 99 plus percentile in DILR and 97 percentile in verbal. So coming from a very weak background, weak academic background, I worked hard and got this score. And what we are going to cover in that session. So as I journeyed from a very low academics to this score, I've been started mentoring other students for their academic journey, be it in management or other fields. So I have over 8 years of experience for various competitive exams and career counseling. So, in this webinar, especially, we are going to talk about CSAT. How over the year pattern of the CSAT has changed. If you see subject wise, there has been a lot of shift in the weightage of different subjects, be it we can take it section wise. Even if we go by section and in the section, let's take an example of quantitative aptitude. In that section also there has been different weightage of chapter over the period of the time which has changed. So we are going to discuss about all this. Apart from that, there has been also shift in difficulty level. Difficulty level over the year has increased drastically. The competition is increasing. It is no more like people used to take it quite lightly. So that is also be like backfiring for those people. So these preparation strategy we are going to discuss in our masterclass.
Okay, got great. I mean, so there are two things you said, right? One is how the pattern or trend is changing for CSAT, and second is how, and like as you have observed, like how the difficulty is increasing, right? So, what I want to ask is like there are two categories of aspirant. Someone comes from non-science background, like arts, etc. Other people come have done engineering, etc. Right? And both are kind of struggling. Of course, they have their own advantage and disadvantages, right? But like all both of them are kind of struggling for the CSET in last 2 3 years, right? Like why is that happening and what is your take? Like, what should these people keep in mind when they're coming for a webinar, and what is the outcome for both of these people when they attend the webinar?
So first thing, as you mentioned, like people are coming from different background. So our objective would be first to do reality check. If we are going to clear the paper or not, that is our objective, right? Everyone who is appearing for UPSC, they need to clear CSAT, then only they are going for the next step. So this is our objective. Many of the students take it lightly. One friend of mine who had good aptitude score in different exams, he was overconfident and he was not preparing for CSAT, and he was confident that let's focus on only GS paper and I will clear CSAT. But after that, he appeared and he was getting very good marks in GS paper, but in CSAT he failed. So that is like, yeah, even though in past you have cleared some aptitude exams, but then also you need to have practice. It is all about practice as well as focusing on the basics. So whatever you have studied once, it won't stay with you forever if you are not practicing enough. So apart from that, there are also like people taking it quite lightly and overconfidence bias. So we need to also work on that.
Correct. Like it has become almost a trend now how so many people just take CSET lightly eventually. And this is not like they are getting 100 plus 110 plus in GS. but they're just barely not qualifying or like qualifying CSAT, right? Which is like a huge blow, because then you have to wait for one more year. And it
Hmm.
doesn't matter how hard or strongly you are prepared for, your mains exam, etc., because you couldn't get through the prelims. So, I mean, like here is a fact, right? You can never, no longer ignore CSAT anymore, right? Cool. One more thing. I mean, a lot of people these like come from premier institute, right? But they are also struggling. Like, what's wrong there? Like, what's happening there? If you can just give some idea there. Like, good people from IIT, IM, etc. They are also like, we had one IPS officer who was taking a mentorship or masterclass with us. He also struggled with CSAT, and he comes from IIT, right? So like, what's happening there? Why is the exam becoming harder or something each year? Like, what's happening?
So one thing is that you don't have to carry the baggage everywhere you go. So you are coming from premium base school or premium engineering colleges or other colleges. That's good for you. Like it will give you certain bit of advantage, but don't take it as a baggage. If you are going to appear for UPSC, then you need to plan accordingly. So first is, as I mentioned, is reality check. What have you done till now? If you are like naturally you are going to score, let's say 50% in CSAT. If you are taking any paper, a random paper of the previous recent year, especially if you are scoring about 50%, then yeah, you are okay with it. But if you are not, then you need to have proper planning for CSAT paper as well, apart from the GS section. So every aspect of the paper is important. And if you are going to increase your time for other paper, then but also like you have to also clear GS paper. Is the GS score will be worthless if you are not even to going to clear the CSAT paper. So this is our approach.
Okay, cool. All right. So everyone who is watching us watching this video, there is a link in the description where you can register for the masterclass. It is happening on 22nd of December, 6 p.m. Gaurav sir will be live. He will be telling from zero to everything, basic to advanced level. This is the only strategy you will need. You don't need to get distracted with 30 things, other things. Follow this and you will qualify CSAT, right? Another thing is, don't stay in doubt. Don't take CSAT paper for granted lightly. Something that I'll only do this section, quant or RC, and then I'll qualify. You never know, right? And if you still are in doubt, you can't miss this session. You have to be here. Just register. It's free for everyone. Register. We'll go in depth about what exactly you need to do if you want to ace CSAT exam. And with a lot of confidence, you don't need to worry about will I qualify or not after the exam. So you will succeed in the exam. Just follow the strategy. See you on 22nd of December, 6 p.m. In the masterclass.